I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Future is an interesting guy. And if you've been looking at the things that Future has done since the battle, like it's very easy to notice that. And I'm not judging Future for this. I'm just giving an observation. I'm just talking about what I'm noticing. Okay? I'm not judging. I'm not condemning. I'm not none of that. I just find it very interesting how he's moving. But it is to understand and note that we also don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know the conversations that are being had, and we don't know the context of everything. But this is my observation. Before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new here, and especially if you've been here. If you don't want to subscribe right now, then subscribe if you end up liking the video. The funniest thing that Future has done in this entire encounter is try to act like he has no idea that there was a beef between Kendrick and Drake going on. Now, I'm not against the idea of somebody like, you feel what I'm saying, just being so detached from the world. They just in their own lane. They not on the internet. They not on none of that. But there's nothing in this world that could convince me that Future had no idea that there was a problem between Kendrick and Drake. And I'm about to bring up a few just common sense reasons for that. We don't even got to do no speculation. We can just look at things that actually took place. Number one, the song that started the entire battle was your song. The song that started the whole battle was your song. Okay? Kendrick quite literally is dissing Drake and J. Cole on your song that you have multiple verses on your album. And you can't say that you couldn't tell who the lyrics are about. He quite literally mentions first person shooter, right? First person shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches, right? These lyrics are clearly directed at Drake. So to act like you had no idea what was going on, I have no idea why he's doing that, but there's a very clear reason that we might not be aware of. But you knew that Kendrick was dissing Drake on that song. So therefore, you should have known, right, that was going on. Not to mention, outside of Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake, you dissed Drake. You dissed Drake on the same album by calling him a #1 fan. And you want to know how I know you dissed Drake by calling him a #1 fan? Because Drake replies directly to you on push-ups by saying, I can never be nobody's #1 fan. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. He's quite literally responding to a diss that you said. Now, I know Drake dissed first on, what was it? What would Pluto do, right? So Drake dissed Future first. Drake, it was interpreted as shots at Future first. So I'm not saying Future was wrong for responding. All I'm saying is to then turn around and say you had no idea there was a beef going on. It's like, okay, what are we doing? Are we saving face? Are y'all making sure? Are y'all trying to get back together? Do y'all need to collab to take each other's career? Like, what is going on? Because this is one of the many things that adds to the fact that you for sure knew. And not only did you know, you participated. You were involved in the beef. There's nothing to play with that. But the biggest rap battle of all time started on your song. Just to take it to another level, the very dude that you did the collaboration project with, right, Metro Boomin, was outwardly tweeting about Drake during this whole time, right? In promotion of Kendrick Lamar's songs and Kendrick Lamar's message. Metro Boomin was amplifying these messages. Not only did Metro Boomin amplify these messages, he created a whole trend around Drake on his instrumental to where everybody started calling Drake BBL Drizzy. Drake had to quite literally respond on a Sexy Red song because of how popular that trend became. This is your guy. You're telling me the dude you made 2 albums with at that time right? Which perceived shots at Drake, collabing with everybody that didn't rock with Drake, or a few people that didn't rock with Drake or whatever, right? Which doesn't mean they came together to do that. A$AP Rocky said it himself. But that was a whole viral trend on the internet made by the same man that you collabed with on this album. How did you not know what was going on? There's no way you didn't know what was going on. There's more though. Let's not forget to add that you continuously performed like that, right? After knowing all of the aftermath of what was going on. Well, you say you did, but you continue to perform this song and amplify this song. This song broke records. There's no, like that was going crazy before the battle started. And I think a lot of people forget that because of the hype of the battle. But Like That was dominating. And you continue to perform that song, right? Let's not even forget that Kendrick then is performing the song at the pop-out. He performs all the diss tracks, including his verse, on Like That, your song. So not only did you do all of that, but you also kicked off a Super Bowl performance that ended up being at the decimation of Drake, right? A stadium tour, which ended with Not Like Us, right? A song that was created because of the chain event that you started with your song. These are all things, right, that clearly show that you had to be aware of what was going on. You had to be aware that there was a battle, right? And you had to be aware that there was a problem between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And not only that, you participated. And now, right, there are rumors that you're about to collab with Drake again. What the hell is going on, bro? What is like what and I'm not judging. I'm really not. I'm just observing, right? Because once again, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what the conversations was. Maybe Future really didn't know what the hell was going on, right? I don't know how, but maybe he did it. But my whole thing is the fact that y'all are collabing again is like, this is what makes Future a very interesting guy, because you participate in that way. You wipe away everything that happened by saying it didn't happen or you were unaware of it. And now you're collabing supposedly with him again. All of this is just like, it just makes, I wonder what the thought process behind all of this stuff is. I'm probably thinking it's more along the lines of business, right? Maybe it's beneficial for the both of them to continue to collab. Maybe he figured he would get more collabs from Kendrick or something. I don't know. All I wonder is, how the hell did we end up at this point to where this is how it's confusing. It's confusing to me. But like I said, I don't know much. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sitting here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not judging Future because I don't know what's going on. But it's extremely interesting to take note of. Extremely interesting to take note of. And clearly Future been doing good. Future got multiple #1 albums since then. And on his own, multiple, you know what I'm saying, charting songs and records and all different types of stuff. So clearly Future is good without Drake. But maybe they just feel like this will help maximize the situation. I don't know, man. But hey, like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new here, especially if you've been here. Also, check out my new song, F Ice. Thank you to everybody that's been streaming it. You feel what I'm saying? You can stream it on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. But if you don't like to stream, you can actually download the song on Bandcamp. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't like streaming, it's only $5. For a lot of y'all to be going on my lives and sending the super chats, I appreciate y'all. Y'all can send the same energy to the download and support the song. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to put the link in the description and in the pinned comments. Thank y'all. Love y'all. I'm going to catch y'all, man.